Thank you very much, and thank you, Stephen. Stephen's pace of play goal has been dealt a setback because the following segment is not in the agenda this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're going to take just a moment to honor and thank Stephen Hamblin for his first 30 years of service to the American Junior Golf Association. I spent a lot of years with the Jesuits in my younger days, and one of their teachings is the notion of men for others. The idea that service to other people is a just and noble cause. Steve Hamblin embodies the Jesuit credo, as he has spent most of his adult life not just serving others, but serving youth. If I may ask you to take a look at the video.
Steve Hamblin's coming up on 30 years with the organization. That's pretty impressive.
He's been doing it longer than almost I've been alive, it seems like.
And I think my first impression...
Anal, domineering, bureaucratic, no. Stephen is more than anything a gentleman.
Very confident in what he was doing, yet not intimidating.
Stephen Hamblin is probably one of the closest friends I have in the world.
He has given almost his entire adult life to serving others.
And it really has brought the AJGA to where it is today, which is at the top of its game.
An integral part of where we are, and been that rudder for the AJGA.
And in the process, he's become one of the most able golf administrators anywhere in the world.
Confident in the business, confident in what the AJGA is all about, our mission statement.
He's very consistent in communicating that vision and that purpose.
I've often kidded Stephen that he's spoiling today's juniors by having them play in the best run, best managed golf tournaments they're ever going to play in.
And Stephen is so heavily to be credited for that.
The level of respect that I have for Steve is shared by just about everybody throughout the game and the industry of golf.
He truly believes that, especially whether it be employees, players, parents, anyone that's had involvement with the AJGA, he wants them to be ambassadors. And he's trying to do that. He's trying to build AJGA ambassadors in the world.
What I learned from Stephen is how to be a professional, as well as establish high standards and maintain those. Just being a kid at the Copperhead and Innisbrook Resort, and then an intern with the AJGA, and then ultimately tournament director, and then up to assistant executive director. It's that consistency of being a professional, as well as upholding those highest standards, and then expecting the staff likewise, and we all followed.
The Copperhead is where Stephen and the American Junior Golf Association met, dated, got engaged, married, and have yet to this day get a divorce.
It's the finest thing I ever did was to give Stephen, as young as he was at that time, to give him that post.
Dating back prior to Innisbrook, Stephen of course met Jay Overton at Pinehurst. Jay was Stephen's boss here at Innisbrook, and they've been lifelong friends since the late 1970s. And under Jay's leadership, Stephen blossomed and grew and learned many of the things that he carries forward today in the American Junior Golf Association.
And time again in the AJGA's history, in his 30 years here, he's been presented with opportunities to, he could have folded up the tent and looked at it as half empty and as a threat, as a problem, but he's never done that. And I think that's why we are where we are today.
He has done so much, not only for every golfer that has come through the AJGA, but anybody that has actually worked for him.
I think the thing that he would hold most special is the influence that he's had on the lives of all of the people that he's hired and brought through here, and their ability to grow, either grow and go beyond the organization or grow within the organization.
I've seen him for 20 plus years take young people and make them into the people we all want to be.
He sees that as a second mission, not only the AJGA, but him personally, and I think he's very proud of that legacy. It's made a permanent, lasting legacy on the AJGA.
I don't know where I would be today without, having somebody like Stephen Hamblin there to lean on or ask a question to, or yell at me when I need to be yelled at.
His ability to bring in people that catch the spirit of what he's trying to do.
Stephen's philosophy has filtered down through the officers, the department heads, and has filtered into our culture. That win-win philosophy, that never say die attitude, and that all comes from Stephen.
I think I speak for the entire family of the American Junior Golf Association in thanking Steve for what he's done for the last 30 years. But I think all of us are equally excited about what he's going to do for the AJGA for the next 30 years.
I'd like to say a personal thing to Stephen. Now that you've had 30 years of internship with the AJGA, why, it's time now to go to work.
Better sit for a second. We got a ways to go. The service to which I referred, there's no greater, no finer example of that than the creation of the ACE grant more than a decade ago. Concerned that there were youngsters who had enough game but lacked the resources to compete in AJGA events, Steve Hamblin created from scratch the ACE grant, Achieving Competitive Excellence. The idea was simple. If you can get the ball in the hole fast enough, we'll take care of the rest. We'll provide you the financial assistance to travel to and compete in the highest level of junior golf and to try and earn a college scholarship. 10 years later, I can report that 560 recipients have received almost 1,000 grants, totaling $1.8 million. 155 juniors have reported signing a college letter of intent that has resulted in more than $10 million of financial assistance. As we approached Steve's 30th anniversary with the AJGA, the thought occurred to us, what better way to thank him for his service and to honor him than to endow an ACE grant in his name. Over the past several months, we've reached out to friends, colleagues, sponsors, and admirers of Steve, inviting them to help us in this effort. We sought to raise $100,000. We exceeded our goal. And so tonight, I'm very pleased to announce the endowment of the Stephen Hamblin ACE Grant Award. Ladies and gentlemen, a true man for others, Steve Hamblin.
Well, there goes our pace of play. Oh, what an honor. That is beautiful. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that, how much the ACE grant means to me. Did you see some of those photos when I had hair? We had a cutout last night. We had a party, had a cutout, had some hair going, and my wife looked at it and said, "You look pretty good back then." I guess, thank you. I have been so blessed to be a part of the American Junior Golf Association for this length of time. I thanked Digger last night for having trust and faith in me at age 28 to be a part of this great program. The mission and purpose has always been the same, to help young men and women achieve their goals and dreams. And it's been that. We haven't done clinics or camps or anything else. We've been true to that mission and purpose. And I thank Digger, I thank the board, tremendous people that have supported me, guided me. Whenever I have problems and things I can't answer, I know there's someone I can call on. Whether it's just so many people, and for all of our sponsors who are so generous and believe in our mission and purpose. I can't thank those people enough. I would like to thank my wife, my family. Part of my family's here. Carol, Jamie, and Lee are here. I'd like them to just stand real quick, please. I have 5 children, 4 girls, 1 savior. So he's coming later. But Jim, you got me. Really, really good. This is an honor. I am truly blessed, and I just can't thank you all enough. So I'll get off pace of play. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. And last but not least, I'm just humbled by your gift to the ACE grant on behalf of our family. That is a true honor. But as I've always said, I have the best job in the golf business. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.